All right, what's up, clan? Island Trader FX here. Of course, we're back with another one. I hope last week was very good to you, because for me it wasn't that good, but nevertheless, it is what it is. You can't win them all. You win some, you lose some, and last week was indeed a losing week. So that is what we're gonna be doing. I'm just going to be recapping going over some of the trades that I took last week and the whole breakdown of it. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. Ciao. Just before we get into the breakdown or the recap, I just wanted to just quickly, you know, just stop for a bit. My last withdrawal that I did from my personal account, I had to get something for the paps. So as you could see, clocks for the paps. Um, this is what I really love or enjoy about trading. Um, it's not what you could do for yourself. It is what you could really and truly do for others, the people that have made your life what it is today. So I decided to get some clocks for the pups, as you can see. So I just going to be unboxing it with you for the very first time. He told me that he wanted some shoes for church, and of course, I have to give him the absolute best where shoes and things of that nature is concerned. So I got him a pair of clocks. I hope he likes it. He hasn't seen it as yet. When he does come home later, I will be giving it to him. So that's it right there. I'm not too much of a fan of clocks, although I have two pairs, brown and a black. But yeah, that's it there. Yeah. So let's cut and just jump to the chats. Ciao. Okay, so we are on the chat. So let us just get to it. The first one that we're going to be looking at is AUD USD. Of course, we were looking to go long on AUD USD. We could see that AUD USD has been bullish for quite a few weeks. So basically, what I was waiting for is for AUD USD to fill in this daily imbalance that they created, right? And I really love when a daily imbalance, and well, any imbalance in particular, um, overlaps with a high. So, for example, we have this daily imbalance right here. Price comes down into it, and it is overlapping one way or the other with a high, either the wick of the high. So this right there is a wick. If I go ahead and turn it to a line chart, you could see right there, right? You could see a clear high, clear and distinct high, right? So we could see that price came down into look like my camera went down for a bit. But yeah, so I was saying price came down into that zone. What did we do? We went down to our hourly chart and we were just looking for an opportunity to enter. Um, on the hourly, I wanted to get two clear and distinct pushes to the upside after price has tapped into that zone. So remember this entire thing here. Let me just clear off some of the unnecessary lines. When price tapped into that daily imbalance, this was the first push. Of course, we're not going on our first. We waited, we kind of saw price chopped around, and then we saw another push to the upside, creating a second daily imbalance. Very small one, by the way. And after price tapped down into it, right, we could see that there was an expansion to the upside. We were in some nice profit, but ultimately we pushed down to the downside. We pushed all the way to the downside, and the trade did not play out. Right now, it's currently Saturday while I'm making this trade. And look at where price closed. Price closed right here on Friday. This is where it closed on the 4-hour time frame. But look at the high of the 4-hour time frame. So I would not be surprised if price were to continue pushing to the upside, and these are things that tend to happen. Of course, when you're looking for those premium and discount areas and how to get in. Essentially, what you're doing, you trading the reversal. Okay, so you kind of trying to call the bottom or call the top, but you're looking for certain patterns in price before you go ahead and do so. So these are some of the things that do happen. So for the upcoming week, I'm just going to pay close attention to it to see if it continues pushing to the upside, just for journaling purposes. Sorry. All right. So let's jump over to the next one. NQ. NQ is very simple, straight to the point. Let's go on the daily time frame. We could see NQ has been kind of chopping around, right? But this leg right here proves that there's a possibility of NQ continuing to go short or continuing to be bearish, right? So we had this beautiful leg right here, bam, all the way down to the downside. If you know what a breaker block is, if you don't know what it is, you could go ahead and look it up. But we had a beautiful breaker right here. Okay, we had a lovely breaker right here. We got the market structure shift to the downside right here, and after price broke down to the downside, okay, when it pushed, it left behind a bearish fair value gap, right? So I went down to my 1 hour time frame. Let me just remove this. I went down to my 1 hour time frame and I looked for, of course, I look for those bearish imbalances and how I could enter. So this one I missed out on entirely. All right. So I got another opportunity right here on the second one. So of course, this is why I entered. Not long after entering, we were in some profits. Price would have reversed, price came back down. And then I think there was news on Friday, and you had this massive spike to the upside, and price just barely wicked me out. And yeah, that was it. But that's what it is. Some days are going to be good, other days are going to be bad. But what's important is sticking to your rule. All right. When you stick to your rule, in the long run, you will see those profits increase, right? In the long run, the small profits, they will compound. Okay. So that is pretty much it for this video and pretty much it for the chart analysis. What I want to start doing is, since I'm kind of, making use of TikTok and things of that nature, I want to see if I could start going live on TikTok and YouTube on a Sunday and kind of do a top-down analysis for the entire week. And if you're interested in seeing what pairs I'm going to take and what is my thought process behind taking those pairs, then you could jump on and take part, give your feedback. But that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and of course we're going to be back next week. Ciao.